You know, I really don't know kama mtu amedanganya kando yako enyewe mwenyewe pia ukahisi ya kwamba ukacheka, because you really feel like enyewe hii ni uongo yenye imeenda group of schools. I want you to listen to Mr. President.
Mimi nitalipa pesa nusu, na tumesema ya kwamba kila nyumba 100 tutakuwa na muuguzi mmoja, atakuwa anawatembelea, anapima pressure, anapima sukari, kama uko na homa akupatie Piriton kabla hujaenda hata hospitali.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I want all of us to agree on one thing, that every choice we make in life normally have consequences. It doesn't matter whether it's a positive consequence or a negative, but at the end of the day, there must always be results of the choices we make. Now, in this video, I want us to talk about the ODM party as a whole, because right now, it's like they are completely confused. ODM doesn't really know what they're supposed to do, the direction they're supposed to take, what, like, they don't know what is next for them. For instance, there are a lot of things that are happening inside ODM party with William Ruto, and then the other part we have got Edwin Sifuna and all those. So before we get deeper into this, because I want us to expound on the happenings within the party, let me humbly request you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well, like, you can share, drop me your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. If you're within the country, I'd request to tell me which county number you're watching. And if you're outside, you can also tell me which country. Either drop me the flag, the code, or the number, or the country's name at the comment section, so that I can figure it out by myself. Now, let's embark on our discussion. And we start from this point. In ODM party, we have Gladys Wanga, we have OBURU, we have Kaluma, we have got Arati. Let's assume we have Wandai and we have Mbadi. We also have Elachi, we have Honorable Me, Junet Mohammed, and so on and so forth. We have Governor Abdul Nasir of Mombasa. On the other hand, we have Sifuna, Babu Wino, Tsotsi, Kalebamisi, James Orengo, Kibageni. The other team has also part of ODM. So it's like it's divided into two, not like it's like, but it's divided into two. We have that group that has been supporting William Ruto since Raila's demise, and we also have that group that has not been supporting William Ruto since Raila's demise. Actually, these other groups started even not supporting William Ruto before Raila's death. So theirs was automatic that they will not support William Samoei Ruto. This other group that is supporting William Ruto had got their own NDC. They met, they discussed on how they are going to move forward as a party and how they are going to negotiate with William Ruto, William Ruto's government and all that, on how they can do their things. When they were doing the National Delegates Conference, that is the NDC at Uhuru, I think it was Uhuru Park, Uhuru Stadium. I think that they had agreed, and they selected a team that was going to do that thing with William Ruto. But I said one thing, and I'll still repeat this. This is what I said. I said that hii mambo na kwenda kukutana, and then you think that William Ruto will accept you to go and negotiate with him on the same table concerning his own government, itakuwa ni uongo. Besides, furthermore, those people that pretend to be the NDC leaders, like to be the panel that has been selected by ODM to go and negotiate with William Ruto, what are they going to do? Because you don't know how Raila Odinga, the agreement was between Raila Odinga and William Ruto during the time of the broad-based government formation. Because the only people that knew what was going on was Raila Odinga and William Ruto. So when Raila Odinga is out, you really don't know what they discussed. Because it was a secret between the two of them. So hata mkienda pale mjaribu kuongea, William Ruto atawadanganya. More so if everything what they discussed with Raila Odinga alisema kwamba inaweza kamfinyilia kidogo, atawadanganya, na there is nothing you can do because you are not there. So who tells these guys that what they are going through right now, they are going around with right now, is exactly what William Ruto and Raila Odinga talked about? Who? These are the kind of things that sometimes we really need to talk about. These are the kind of things that sometimes we really need to negotiate. We really need to discuss them, because if we don't discuss them, then what next? That is the question. If we don't discuss them, what next? Now, here is the thing. BETREACE Elachi is starting to question the how do you call it? Legibility of ODM that they have right now. Because based on the decisions that they are making right now, and this is what she's saying, that this is what I'll tell ODM, led by OBURU. We cannot be speaking through microphones when we already held an NDC and agreed to negotiate. Has a team been formed? If not, then you are letting us down, because we gave you that power. Raila did not negotiate through microphones. Very wonderful statement that is coming from one of the people that were forefronting the negotiation between ODM and UDA. Very interesting. Now, when they were forming this team or this committee to go and negotiate with William Ruto, did they expect this negotiation to take place? That is the fact. We start from there. Were they expecting this negotiation to take place? If yes, how? And when? And with who? Because, for a negotiation to take place, it means that William Ruto's side must also have his people, because haizi kuja ku negotiate. So he must also have his people led by, I think, Imani Chungwa, ili waje, nyinyi pia mlete watu wenu, mkae chini pamoja, muongee. Has it happened? It has not happened. What does that one say? Now, what that one is trying to show us, or show us Kenyans, yes, is that these people are not interested in any negotiation, because they are already enjoying what they could have negotiated with, using with William Ruto. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that OBURU Odinga haoni haja ya kwenda kuketi kwa meza na William Ruto kwa sababu yeye tayari anakula. Somebody who is eating, mtu yote ambaye anakula, inakuwa vigumu sana yeye kuzungumza kwa sababu mdomo imejaa chakula. So not unless ataimeza, kisha meza atakuwa ameshiba na atachanganyikiwa. That is why unaona watu kama Gladys Wanga, they are now trying to defend ODM. They're talking about negotiation. When we hear somebody like Gladys Wanga trying to say that ODM must be respected before we enter into a coalition agreement with others. Bila chama, kura na wananchi, hakuna mahali tutaenda. Hatuwezi pimiwa hewa. When you hear such statements, that tells you that there are a lot of things that are happening within these two parties that we don't know. It might be a way of distracting us from the fuel scandal that is with Wandai right now, or it can as well mean that William Ruto ashaonyesha watu dust. Na mimi nilisema watu watagongewa. Leave alone ile kugongewa, hata kama si mayai unagongewa. This one is more serious. Tell me how these guys are going to come out of this. Nimesikia Honorable Me akisema kwamba a proud student of Raila Odinga School of Politics, Baba's lessons are our blueprint for action. So which action? Let's be real here. Which actions are we talking about? Actions to work with Ruto? Actions to feel more important? Or which actions? No, mimi nashindwa kuelewa kabisa kile ambacho kinaendelea, kwa sababu bila shaka ningejua au ningeelewa, ningesema kwamba yenyewe hii mambo iko hivi na hivi na hivi. Lakini kusema kweli hamna hata kidogo. Hamna hata siku moja hivi. The direction that these people are taking, the direction that these people have already taken, this one is a direction of no turning back. I don't know whether you've ever seen or you've ever heard that issue of a point of no return. Now this is it. This is the point of no return kabisa. Huwezi ukarudi nyuma, because if you try to come back, ukijaribu kurudi nyuma hivi utajipata wewe mwenyewe umejigonga. You understand? So there are several things that are happening that don't really need to happen. Hata kama zinafaa kufanyika, yes, but now in a different way, in a different angle. But why are they happening? They're happening because the government itself, they're happening because those people that are supposed to defend people are not doing their job. That is why people like Gladys Wanga are now like leaking. So I've been like, is Gladys Wanga trying to tell us that she wants to join Edwin Sifuna ama wanataka kufanyaje? Because after all, they'll come to terms with the terms that Edwin Sifuna was always right. Mimi naona hapa mbele watakuja kugundua kwamba yeye Edwin Sifuna aliona na alikuwa kweli. Alikuwa anasema kwamba hii mambo itakuja kuturamba na kimeturamba. William Ruto is not somebody to be believed. I normally say that William Ruto si mtu wa kuaminika. Kabisa huwezi amini William Ruto tunafaulu. Hauwezi. Hata kama wewe ni nongo aje, huwezi amini William Ruto, huwezi. Utamwamini utaanzaje kumwamini Ruto? Ndio tuanzie hapo. Utaanzaje kuamini Ruto? Kwa sababu the more unajaribu kumwamini, the more anajaribu kukanganya na anakuwa mataabani na shida. Anyway, let me just know what you think at the comment section. And by the way, Robert Elachi was also saying this, that who came up with the Linda Ground clarion call in ODM? You are defending ground from what exactly? A very good question. Unalinda ground from what? From your stomachs, enemies, or what? Can I know what you think?